always online. Grab your headphones, let's review time. Music's the love and niche divine. Laughs and insights mixed like wine. Every strong and every beat. They analyze, they can't be beat. Chilling it on the socials neat. Join the fun and take your seat. If music's your thing, come along. Hear Amanda sing her song. Chris brings the notes all day long. Together they make us strong.
Well, hello, everybody, and good morning, and welcome to Chris and Amanda's Song Swap Showdown. Hope everybody had a great weekend. We're coming hot off the heels of a holiday weekend here, and I guess all over the world. I think it's a somewhat. I think it's a global. Yeah, it's a global, global holiday.
Yep.
We celebrated Easter this past weekend. I think Passover came to an end over the weekend as well. For those of you that celebrate, and whatever else you celebrate out there in the world, we're happy that hopefully you had a great weekend, great week, and thanks for joining us here live on a Monday morning here on, of course, Radio Garden State and YouTube and Facebook. This is Song Swap Showdown. So, guys, if this is your first time ever listening to Song Swap Showdown or checking us out or watching us, my name's Chris, and I am joined by that girl, Miss Amanda Sharp.
Good morning.
Good morning, Amanda Sharp. So, hey, guys, if like I said, if you're new around here, how the show normally works is Amanda and I each swap 3 songs with each other that we may or may not have heard before, and then we will rate those songs on a complicated scale of 1 to 5 records.
Buckle up. Can you handle it, folks?
Can you guys even handle 1 to 5 record rating? I don't know if you can, but here's how it works. 1 records equals a skip.
No, thank you.
That is a song that Amanda will skip.
Yes.
She will skip that song.
Yes, I will. All day long.
I will skip that song too. By the way, I'll skip a song.
I feel like you're a little bit more open-minded to 1 record songs than I am. I'm a pretty passionate skipper when it's the right song to skip. You know,
you're a little bit more cruel and heartless when it comes to the skipping.
I know. I'm a quick skipper.
Right, you're a quick skipper, but however, it is what it is. So anyway, 1 song equals a pass, a skip. Yeah. The 5 records. Well, now we're talking about something really special there. Now we're talking about heavenly music to our ears. That's right. Songs that achieve the 5 record status will forever be on our eternity playlist, which plays forever.
Forever.
I mean, forever.
And ever.
Eternity. It's on loop forever. Yeah, and so that's a 5 record song. That's a song that, hey, personally, I could listen to all the time, never get sick of. Always sounds like the first time every time. That's a 5 record song.
And remember, everyone's 5 record rating is different. So what Chris thinks is a 5 record song, I may not, and vice versa. So I think I have an amazing 5 record song on today's list that I gave Chris, but we will see if he agrees. Pretty sure he doesn't, but I featured this song before, actually multiple times, I'm pretty sure. But we'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
Where will it rate this week? We'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to see. And of course, we always want you guys to play along with us at home. So if you are watching us live, well then, hey, feel free to drop your ratings in the comments. Of course, if you're watching this in the future or listening to this in the future, do the same thing. Whether over on YouTube, Spotify, or Facebook, you can do the comment thing and do all that. And hey, really quick, very quick favor is we would love it right now that if you are watching us on YouTube, hit that subscribe button so that way you get notified every time we drop new episodes, which is weekly on Mondays at 8 a.m. Actually, when you hit the subscribe button, then you're in the know, and then you hit the little bell, and then it's even better. So that way you get the little notifications sent to your phone that, hey, Chris and Amanda are live, or Chris and Amanda dropped a new video, that whole thing. So that very little action means a lot to us, and we really appreciate if you would take a quick moment to just hit that subscribe button for us. Thank you very, very much.
You know what? And then also share with your friends, because I've been bad at doing this. Chris, I think you may have been bad at doing this too. So I don't know, a week or so ago, I threw out a post like, hey, just a reminder, if you didn't know, I have a podcast with my amazing friend Chris. And there were so many people who had no clue that I had a podcast. I take it for granted that I know I have a podcast. And so it was so fun this past couple weeks. People from like my church have said, oh, I've been listening in. I know. Nice. So like, hi, church friends. Hi, and then hello, local people who are tuning in fresh. Be sure to leave comments. If you're a new listener, we would love to welcome you with open arms.
Yes.
Enjoying the conversation about music.
That's right. Enjoy the show. It is. And that's what this is all about. This is all about having fun and sharing music with each other. And for those of you that, once again, I hate doing this disclaimer, but I feel like I need to, considering we still get comments about this all over YouTube every single week. Yeah. Guys, when we play the songs here on the show, we're giving you just a snippet, a taste. We try to do, we push it for as long as we can. But the reason why, two things. A, we've already listened to these songs in their entirety, so there's really no need to listen to them in their entirety here. But most of all, really what happens is, because we're doing this as a live show, we're streaming, this is copyrighted music, and guys, we get dumped. So we get blocked. You guys have no idea what happens behind the scenes after the show is done and up. So listen, it's a struggle. It's a struggle, and we love doing it, and we push it for as long as we can, but that's why we try to keep it to a minimum so there can actually still be a show, which we can play a little bit of music each and every week. Of course, right here, if you're listening to Radio Garden State, it doesn't matter, but all the other places, it makes a big difference. So just full disclaimer, yes, we have listened to the songs in their entirety. You can listen to the song in its entirety on your own, on any streaming device or whatever else you have that you listen to music on. You can, if you like the song that much, go listen to it in its entirety wherever you stream music. You can do that. That's for you to do. You have our permission. I know. And I think I don't know. I just think technology and having everything at our fingertips makes it so easy to stream it and listen to it in your favorite way. So I'm grateful. So Chris, today's episode, the wheel spun behind the scenes this week because of life, right? Because of life.
Because of life. So behind the scenes, the wheel spun and it landed on TV songs. And so we've done TV theme songs in the past.
Yeah.
But we kind of branched out this particular episode that it could be a theme song or just songs played within the episode itself. Yep. And I think that's the path that we both chose. Actually, I know that's the path that we both chose, but theme songs would not have been wrong either. So I'm excited to dive into these. And I took an approach that I gave you 3 songs from one of my favorite shows, Supernatural. I was just like, I'm just choosing all. I mean, you
just went right in.
Absolutely. When you've got 15 seasons to choose from, there was plenty to choose from. And what am I talking about? Supernatural. I love me some Supernatural. And I will say every single episode is filled with really great music. They must pay a fortune in royalties and stuff, a fortune in licensings.
Yeah, some of these shows, man, they get some killer soundtracks. And we've talked about we've done Stranger Things episodes. I'm sure we'll do more of those. But we talk about so many shows that just have these killer soundtracks. And they must spend a fortune in sync and licensing deals. But you know what though? It really makes a big difference though when you hear a really well-known tune, or sometimes you hear these covers of songs done by these indie artists, and they take it and they put it it really transforms the whole whatever it is you're watching on screen.
It does.
It's it really enhances it big time, and it's nice. And it becomes very memorable. Certain scenes, certain moments in time during your favorite shows and series when that song comes on, it's oh my God, this is great. This matches so well. And then you only ever think of that scene together or that show, where that song appeared, even though the song's really well known or it's been around forever. When you watch The Sopranos and you hear "Don't Stop Believing" in the finale, and it's heard that song a gajillion times, and then all of a sudden you put it in that finale, and that's all I think about now is the finale to The Sopranos with "Don't Stop Believing." Things like
forever
that.
Paired in eternity together.
Yeah. like, Stranger Things with the Kate Bush
Kate
song,
Bush's,
running up
yeah.
that hill, like boom. Now it's like all I ever think about is like Stranger Things and all the
Yeah.
stuff that happened in that season with that song.
And that song basically, I'm going to say, was forgotten.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Kate Bush, let's just say it. Kate Bush isn't like a household name in
No.
America. Now, I know
Correct.
Europe,
Correct.
much different story in most parts of the world. But in
Yeah.
America, Kate Bush is not, I wouldn't say, mainstream
Agreed.
household artist name at all.
Until as of recently.
Right. Now everybody knows who Kate Bush is, which
Sure
is fine.
does,
It's good.
yeah.
Whole new generations of people have discovered Kate Bush and gotten into her music because of Stranger Things, which is
love it.
another cool thing about these shows. Like we talked about, the Cramps and Goo Goo Muck being featured in Wednesday. And how that became such a memeable moment with the dancing and all that. But like the Cramps, great band, awesome band, really well known. But on that mainstream level, not really. But like that scene, that song, everything in that, like it just helped now put the Cramps like on the radar, and people are like, "Oh my God, the Cramps! This band's great!" And so it's a great place to discover really new music and find some great gems of songs because they're being used in these shows, and I love it. I more and more too. I don't know if you've noticed, but I feel like more and more now you're watching series and you're hearing more of these songs that are not
Vintagey.
they're songs. Yeah.
I agree.
Cool.
I agree. It is really, really cool. And I think there is something so much when we talk about our show and all the music we cover, it's that song is usually paired with a memory in our own brains.
Yeah.
Of a time we listened to it for the first time, or we were on a date, or a wedding song, or a song you thought about when you had your child. So it's so nice to be able to pair a song with a memory. It just is so sweet in our brain. It's like just like a little perfect little hug.
It is. It's like a perfect little hug.
Perfect little hug. Yes, that's how my brain works all the time.
So Amanda went all supernatural.
Supernatural.
So not a show that I watched.
No.
But yet I know a lot of people were very into that show. It was a
Yes.
CW show.
Mm-hmm. But listen, and the thing is, Dean, who's one of the main characters, his music choices are 100% you. You would get Dean.
Me and Dean would connect. We'd probably hang out. We'd be friends.
You
probably,
would
right?
hang out.
We would have been friends.
You gotta give it a try. I think Rachel would like
Okay.
it. You'll like it. It's
Okay.
an easy watch, but each episode is that 45-minute window, and there's a solid 20-ish in each season. So it's gonna take you a minute to finish it, but you'll like it. I promise, Chris Beckley.
All right.
I promise.
Okay. All right. Listen.
And anyone else who hasn't seen it.
I'm open to giving it a try. And of course, I gave you 3 songs
Yes, you
from
did.
different shows. Some of
Yes.
my favorite shows. One I gave you from Scrubs, which when you talk about
I've never seen.
soundtracks and shows and amazing songs in every episode, Scrubs was excellent. I mean, man, did they incorporate music really well into that entire show. And I highly recommend Scrubs. Go back, watch it. It's pretty much on one of the streaming platforms always has all the seasons. It's a great show. It's funny. It's got a lot of heart. And then also I gave you, of course, as longtime listeners of the show know, I'm a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. And another great show that used lots of great music and once again incorporated music into the show. They had a nightclub called the Bronze that they would go to, and they would put like real bands in the Bronze to like play, which was really cool. And you even had like bands being like, I want to be on the Bronze, I want to be in Buffy, which was neat. And then of course something a little newer-ish show in the last couple of years.
Yes.
Last of Us. I put a Last of Us song in there and a song that was on there. So listen, we got it mixed up, and obviously, we'd love to hear from you. What other songs would have made your list of songs that maybe you heard from a show and you're like, oh my God, this is great, to like every time you hear it, you can't not think of it. So I know we have the TV theme songs, which are of course in their own lane, but today we're talking more about songs that were featured in shows and sort of like took on a new life or just were used really well or make you think about that episode or show over and over again. So Amanda, I'm going to start with you today.
I was hoping you would, because I would argue my first song to you is the best song of the entire list today. And that should come at no surprise. I love it so much.
Yeah, so your first song to me is Carry On, Wayward Son by Kansas.
Yeah.
Off of course, the classic Left Overture record. And Amanda, let's go into this really quick because I would love to. Now, once again, I'm not a fan. I didn't watch the show, but maybe you could talk a little bit about that. Why this show? Why did this show strike a chord with you? And I know this song was very heavily featured, almost kind of became an unofficial theme of like the series, right? This song is from
it was in every season, and it really after the first couple seasons, this is the song that wrapped up the season. So at the beginning of that final episode of the season, this song would be playing as the road up to now. And it would give like previous scenes of how the Dean and the Sams of the world ended up in the mess that they ended up in. So it's in every season. It just pairs so well that they're just on this journey, and do they find peace? I mean, you've got to watch the show to find out. But it is like a soap opera between brothers, though. Like there's so much like drama in all of it. They're always fighting, but they're like loving each other.
Right.
The love, hate. There's possession, there's angels, there's demons, there's folklore. It starts very folklore-ish. And then I think when they like ran out of folklore-ish like things to feature, they're like, let's bring in angels and demons. So it's a great blend of a lot of things. And I think if you have a sibling, you can really understand the depths of that love-hate relationship sometime.
Right.
Like you love them so much, but they can drive you nuts.
I think that's with all siblings, right?
Absolutely.
It just absolutely happens because you're two different people, or your family, your blood.
Absolutely, yeah.
And no one will ever come between that, but you're still two different people.
Yeah, you love each other, but sometimes you don't like each other.
Right. And
no
it's
offense,
okay.
sisters, but it's just the way it is.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's right.
It's
natural.
Because blood is always thicker.
Yeah. So lots of good drama.
So this record was originally released in 1976, and this song charted number 11 in the U.S. and number 51 in the U.K. The song was written by Kansas guitarist Carrie Livgren, and according to Livgren, the song was not written to express anything specifically religious, though it certainly expresses spiritual searching and other ideas. Livgren himself became an evangelical Christian in 1980 and has said that his songwriting to that point was all about searching. Regarding this song in particular, he explained, I had felt a profound urge to carry on and continue to search. I saw myself as the wayward son, alienated from the ultimate reality and yet striving to know it or him. The positive note at the end, in quotes, surely heaven waits for you, seems strange and premature, but I felt impelled to include in the lyrics, and it proved to be prophetic. The song can be seen as a continuation of the last song of Kansas's previous album, Mask, as stated in the last verse of The Pinnacle. I won't go into that, but by definition, I forget. We won't go into it anyway. This was the group's first major hit, and like their next one, Dust in the Wind, it was it was a last-minute addition to the album. Livgren wrote the song just 2 days before they started recording Left Overture, and at that point, the band was polishing the songs they had, not bringing in any new ones. He said, I've got one more song that you might want to hear, he told the band, and when they played Carry On, I knew it was a hit and made it the lead track of the album.
Isn't that such a
almost
repetitive story when we're diving into these songs each week? It's not rare that this is the story, that the best hit almost didn't even make the cut.
Almost didn't even make it. Like came in under the radar.
Yeah,
always. Yeah. It's
hey,
crazy, right?
I kind of just did this one the other day, and then boom.
Right.
How close it was to never being.
Right. Like, it may not have made this record. Maybe it would have been on a future record. But the thing is, just the fact that it squeaked in and then became this massive hit. So besides Superstition. No.
Supernatural.
Oh, my God. Why do I keep it? I have Supernatural. Besides being in Supernatural, it was also in movies Heroes in 1977, Happy Gilmore in 1996, and Anchorman in 2004.
Classic.
So, and it was also featured in an episode of The Office as well.
So many So many good
So
shows had this.
this has been featured. Yeah, it was used in The Office in season 3. Cocktails. It plays as Roy and his brother trash the bar after Roy learns of Pam and Jim's kiss.
Ooh, the
And
drama.
this is considered to be the unofficial theme song of the CW series Supernatural, and is featured in all 15 seasons of the show
Just so
as the
great.
anthem of the Winchester brothers. In 2017, the band played a surprise gig at Comic-Con San Diego and sang the tune for 7,200 Supernatural fans in attendance.
I love it. And you know what?
That
I
sounds
will
like something
say-
you should be going to. How come
I
you
know.
don't go to the
I
Supernatural
know, because
convention?
I'm really, you know how I am.
I know.
My
You're
heart
like,
wants to do
You're
stuff.
like, I
but
want to
then
go, but I'm not really going to go.
But I'm there in spirit. But will I get out of my house? Probably not.
If you live streamed it, Amanda would watch it.
Absolutely. But what I do watch, and it's kind of winding down a bit,
Mhm.
is that whole cast is so grateful for all
Right.
of their fans. They are
Yeah.
always doing these special things for their
Mm-hmm.
fans and going to these like Comic Cons and
Right.
panel things. And it's just so fun to see.
Doing
And
it
they
all.
really seem to have a really good charisma together, which is, I think,
Mhm.
something that really has made the show successful. I think when you really like working with your people,
Yeah.
it just does good things. So yeah, it's a great show, great music, great characters, great actors
Mhm.
and actresses. But yeah, what all-time favorite. And we just got Netflix again, so I'm kind of binge watching this yet again.
There it is, yet again. So,
Yet
all right. So,
again.
for those of you that have never heard "Carry On Wayward Son," let's listen to a little bit of it. It is a 5-minute and 23-second song, by the way. So, but let's let me get into it a little bit. Let's I'm gonna fast forward. Here we go. Check this out. It would help if I hit play. There we go. What a riff.
Once I rose above the noise
Yes.
and confusion.
Art. It's
just to
art.
get a glimpse beyond this illusion.
It's good stuff, man.
I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind
It's
man.
a great song.
Though my mind
I
could
love
think,
it.
I still was a madman. I hear the voices when I'm dreaming. I can hear them say, "Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more."
What a monster riff. Great riff. That is like an all-time classic riff. When you put it up like in a pantheon of riffs.
And a
Carry On, a
Papillon.
Wayward Son is in the pantheon of riffs. If you were to go to the Museum of Riffs,
This is in there.
this is absolutely in the
I
Hall
love
of
this.
Riffs. In the Hall of Riffs.
The Hall of Riffs.
The Hall of Riffs. It's in there. No, it is. It's a great song, and it's cool. And what always makes the song, because I remember when I was in music theory class, we actually went through the song and we broke it down because of all the different you had
Ooh.
different time changes and it's a very like when you listen to it as a song, it actually has these movements to it and,
Sure.
and
It's
switches
complex.
up. It's
Yep.
very, very cool, very progressive. And a little bit, and even though it's rocking, it's actually got a lot of like jazzy type things to it. So, very, very cool song. And I like this. I have really nothing negative to say about Carrying On Wayward Son. This is a great song. I've always cranked this one. This is a great sunroof open, cruising down the parkway, turned all the way up, or hanging out in the backyard, cranking some beers with your buds. Tune for sure. Grill's going. I can smell it. Cooking some kind of meat on the grill, pounding some beers. Carry On a Wayward Son is on. Oh, it's great. Perfect. Let's go. I'm in. Strap
So
in.
we all know Amanda likes to just ease into life sometimes in her car and listen to something like
Right.
Merry Christmas, Darling, or classical music with the windows down. And I'm always feeling like I can own that.
Yeah.
Like someone looks over and they're like, who's listening to classical? And they
Yeah,
look
who's
and they're
got
like,
this? Yeah.
Amanda. Oh,
Amanda.
okay. Yes. But this is the song that I feel like I roll up my windows to, because I feel like if I'm listening to this song and someone pulls up, they're going to be like, Amanda doesn't listen to this. And then I'd have to be like, here, wait a second. You see, what happened was I love Supernatural, and this is in every single season. And people would be honking because I'd be trying to give a story along with why I'm listening to this song, because people wouldn't think that this matches up with me.
Right.
It's just the truth. So I'm not as cool. I'm not cool enough to really listen to this song.
Okay. But you are.
But I love
You
it.
listen to it, but you
And
love
I
it.
do.
You love it. You
I
love it.
do.
No, it's a
I
good
just-
one. So, all right. So, listen, for me, I'm going to actually agree with Dave because I see two
Ooh.
great ratings just came in, and I'm going to go with Dave on this one. 4.8 for Carry On. I'm right there with you, Dave.
Ooh,
I
yes.
think 4.8 is a very, very respectable rating for
Thank
this
you,
one.
Dave.
4.8 records from me as well. Ian coming in with also 4.5 from him on Carry On a Wayward Son right there for you. So,
I like it. Thank you,
I love you.
gentlemen.
yes. And Ian's actually saying, I wonder whatever happened to the teenage actress debuted her single on a show, which became a catalyst for becoming her biggest music stars. Delta. Oh, I thought this was, sorry, I thought this was a reference to your show, the
Supernatural.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Should have read that one. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that though. Ian.
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Dave is saying there's a new spicy potato restaurant. Curry on my wayward spud. There will be peas when you're done. Oh,
Dave, I love it. I love it.
And he says, "Good morning, tube traders."
I
That's
like
right.
it. I like it. The good
That's
old
right.
tube songs.
And our good old friend from Down Under
Down
is
Under.
listening as well. Thank
Ian,
you,
we've
Ian.
missed you so much. We're so
This is-
glad you
I'm
can
back.
join
I'm
us
back.
every
I love
Monday at 8 a.m. live. And I don't know if these are pity near fives, but I'll take it. I feel like
I don't
I've
think
put
so.
this song so frequently on this. Everyone's like, okay, we know Amanda loves it. We're just going to have to give it like a high rating.
You know what? No, but it's a staple of rock radio. I mean, pretty much, I've grown up listening to the song. It's on classic rock radio. It's on every rock. It's a staple of rock radio, especially here in a tri-state. You literally can hear the song anytime, at least once a day. But I got to tell you, for me, it has held up over the years, and
Agreed.
it still cranks, man. It's a great tune. It's a great tune. So anyway, I'm happy for it. Let us know, guys. We want to hear from you. Let us know in the comments below. How would you rate Carry On Wayward Son by Kansas on a scale of 1 to 5 records? Drop it in. Let us know. We want to hear from you. All right, Amanda, my first song to you
was
from the Scrubs soundtrack.
Yes. Overkill by Men at Work. Like you said,
Such a
coming
great
from
song.
Scrubs. It is. So I did watch all of the scenes with the songs
Isn't it great how they do it?
because I felt it was necessary to see this song in Scrubs, because I have not really watched Scrubs. Of course,
Scrubs is such a
know
great show.
of Scrubs.
You
I've
would
seen
love it.
clips of Scrubs.
You would love it. You would love it.
I think it just came out when I was working a whole bunch, and it wasn't streaming. You know what I
Right.
mean? You had to watch it on television. So the window was missed a little bit. But you know what's so interesting is this song, I swear, feels like it's in some sort of background of a video game. I think I spent more time trying to figure out how I know this song from not Scrubs than actually appreciating the beautiful scene that it went along with Scrubs on.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds familiar.
Yep. So I think that because it's Men at Work, right? And Men at Work, obviously a huge band from the 80s. And Colin Hay has got such a distinct voice, you know, like he's such a, I mean, guy's such a great singer, great musician, all of Men at Work. But I think that if you listen to the song, and not that it's the same song, but it fits right in with, you know, Who Can It Be Now a little bit. Like, so if you listen to Who Can It Be Now, and Overkill, like different songs, but the vibe is very similar. And so I think that there's that
familiarity to it. Understood. I
think that might be it. But this song is like one of my favorite Men at Work songs. I actually just bought Cargo. I used to have it, I lost it, and I got it on vinyl for $5, baby. Used vinyl, perfect condition.
We're out.
And I've been cranking. I've been listening to it a lot. I'm like, because I one of my was a record that wasn't commercially, did not do the same like levels that Business as Usual did here in the States, but still a very solid record, a really great record.
Where'd you find
Overkill
it?
is like a stand. I found it in like one of the bins. I'm, you know how I am. I'm
You're
I'm a crate digger. I'm a crate
You're a
digger.
crate
You know,
digger.
so I gotta dig, and then you find your gem like Cargo for
For
$5.
$5.
and I'm like, let's go. Let's go.
Go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I loved, always loved this song. Such a great song. There's a great acoustic version of it too that he's done, and it's definitely a standout on Cargo for sure. But I love how they used it in Scrubs. Like that storyline was excellent. How it like winds up, and you kind of get the reveal at the end of that episode.
So to kind of set up the scene is the singer,
Colin Hay, yes.
Colin Hay, is actually just kind of the one performing it throughout
He's
this
showing
scene
up.
of it playing.
Right,
And he
nobody
keeps
sees him,
showing
but he's
up.
there. Yeah.
Well, the only person who sees him is what's the main character?
Oh, JD, yeah.
Yeah, so
'Cause
JD does
JD's
see him.
always like fantasizing and seeing things, and it's like, you know, it's
Yes, so
the
he's
whole
aware,
yeah.
but everybody else, and it does play really nice hand in hand with that scene. So it was fun to see the scene. I may have heard this song before, but never in the capacity where I've remembered it. You know what I mean? It's one of those in the background songs that
Right.
I didn't notice one way or the other. But I have to say, like, I really enjoyed the sound of this, the feel of this.
It's great, and the lyrics are fantastic.
They really are. So I'm curious to see how many people, I know I live under a rock a lot of the times, but I'm curious to see how many people have like heard this song before. Am I the only one who hasn't?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like when you have people who know Men at Work and kind of are really familiar with them, they'll usually say like favorite Men at Work song, and usually Overkill is in their top 5 list of like favorite Men at Work songs, because it's just a great song, great lyrics, you know, and so yeah, I'd be curious. I mean, the people I've ever talked to who are all Men at Work friends always be like Overkill, oh, like, oh my god, Overkill, like it's a great song, you know. I mean, it's a really well written song, so it's one of my favorites, and I just love how they did. And Colin Hay too would make other appearances, and they would use other other Colin Hay songs and things like that throughout Scrubs, because you know, Zach Braff, who played JD, is a fan, and Bill Lawrence, who wrote the show, was also a fan. So you'll hear, like, if you watch the show, you'll hear other like Colin Hay Men at Work songs used throughout the whole series. And Scrubs was once again, talk about a show that used great songs as part of their soundtrack to help in the narrative of the show. Like, it's just fantastic. So when you go on Spotify and listen, like, find Scrubs, and it's like
Scrubs
the playlist,
soundtrack.
and you're like, oh my god, it's like banger after banger, great song after great song, and then it makes you like, I want to go back and watch the show again. Every time I hear somebody's songs, I'm like, I want to go back and watch the show, because it's like you kind of remember where they use that song in the course of the story, and it's great. It's great.
How
great
many
show.
seasons of Scrubs are there?
I believe there were 5 or 6 seasons, and
Okay,
then they did
so
like
it
an
didn't
extra
overstay its
one where it
welcome.
kind of was not great, because it was like they really ended the show. It was a finale, and for some reason they decided to bring it back with an all new cast.
Oh,
Because it's basically, it takes place in a hospital, and they're all they're all up, but they all kind of. So at the end, everybody moves on and does their
Resident
thing. So they
out
tried to
or
start
whatever.
it with like a new residence and all that, and it just, it works because of chemistry.
yeah, right. I feel like that's what they try to do with like Saved by the Bell
Yeah.
on multiple occasions.
I mean,
it
I
just
get it.
doesn't-
They try. It just doesn't work.
It doesn't. The
Doesn't
cast
always work.
does it so. The cast is so the show. Sometimes
Yeah.
the show is not the
Right.
show. The cast is the show. But let's play a little bit of Overkill by Colin. No, not Colin. Not Colin Hay. Men at Work.
Men at Work.
Men at Work.
And I
Gotta
love
look-
the opening to this too, because it's
It-
great with the sax
Yes,
and
with
all
the
that. It's like-
saxophone.
yeah, it's excellent. It's excellent.
I love when he starts singing.
Yeah, he's got a great
Yeah.
voice.
I can get you sleep.
The delivery, so simple. I
Think
love it.
about the implications of diving into deep, and possibly the complications, especially at night. I worry over situations know we'll be alright. Perhaps it's just imagination. Day after day it reappears.
That song actually hit number 3 in the U.S.
Night after night,
That's
my
shocking to me.
heartbeat shows
Number 21 in the
the fear. Ghosts appear and fade away. Alone between the sheets
Ah, it's a good one, man.
only brings exasperation.
I'm like, I want to just listen to the whole thing. I love this song. I love this song. I think it's great. For me, I give this is a 5 out of 5 song for me personally. But I am interested to hear what your assessment of this song is, what your rating is. Ian already coming in with 4.5, their best song in his humble.
Okay.
So.
And I think probably a lot of people would agree with you based on what Chris has told me so far about this. This one's a very complicated song for me to rate because it's a newish song to me. So it's starting to become a little bit of an earworm.
It gets in there, man.
Because the lyrics, as soon as he starts, the dun 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 dun, like
Yeah.
that chord of
Yeah.
progression
The whole
right there. And I'm like,
the
darn
whole
it, like
phrasing and the
I'm
way he
hooked
sings the
all
melody and
morning
stuff.
and
It's great.
last night. I'm going dun dun dun.
It's
dun,
super
dun.
hooky. It's a
It
super hooky song.
is, and his vocals are just so effortless. It's just like
Yeah.
he's having a conversation,
Mhm.
like he's literally sitting there, just kind of singing to people who are walking by. And I think that pairs so nicely with how Scrubs did the scene because he just keeps popping up everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
And so the song itself, based on my research, is just basically it's a song written about kind of getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Stop worrying a little bit and just kind of go for it, progress forward. So I really enjoyed this song. Now, I can't quite give it a 4.5, Ian, or a 5 records, Chris. I feel like for me, it's not in that lane yet.
Okay.
But it could get there if I'm being honest. Could this be a nice, like, slow pace, working through life edition
Right.
for my playlist? I think
Okay.
so. I think it has a place. So I'm going to put this one at a 4.0
Okay. So 4
for
records.
now, 4 records. But I do believe that it will go up. The trajectory will be upward.
Gotcha. Okay, listen, I think that's very fair for a
There's a
song
lot
you've
of
never
words.
heard before. So that's the point of this show, and I like it. Yeah, and Dave is coming in with only a 3.2 for me. I've never been a fan enough, even though Australia represent. That's right, Australia represent. I saw Ian coming in. Oh, Aussie, oi, oi, oi. There you go. That, yeah. But I think it's a great song, and but I think a 4
Yeah, I like
record from you is very acceptable considering it's something you hadn't heard before. So pretty good. Kudos.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I
I think
think
this will become a favorite.
I think so.
Yeah.
There's a lot of elements that make me believe that.
The acoustic version of this is very good too. Him just guitar singing, it really well done. Like you really kind of you hear the song.
You hear the
It's-
song.
Yeah, it's cool.
Nice.
It's cool. All right, so very good, guys. So that's our first 2 songs. We're gonna speed things up a
We
little
are.
bit.
Sorry, guys.
But
We
we're
talk
just
a lot.
having, you know what? We're having a lot of fun with today's show. So this is a great show for us. So, all right, so let's go to Amanda's number 2. Once again, all her songs today were featured in the show Supernatural. I almost said Superstition again. This is, of course, I mean, it doesn't get any more classic rock than this next one. I mean, talk about classic rock staples. The Allman Brothers Band with Ramblin' Man. Load on the ram. Oh, my God. I love the Allman Brothers. I listen to the Allman Brothers all the time. That's on regular. That's our regular Chris rotation is the Allmans.
Nice.
I grew up on the Allmans. My father's been a huge Allman Brothers fan my whole life. And I've always loved the Allman Brothers. Always, always, always. Just their sound and the genius of the Allman Brothers, how they always incorporated jazz and blues and Southern rock together. Excellent. Gotta listen to really gotta listen to their music, and you can hear it. You can hear it. And really great musicians, great players, great songwriters. Everybody in that band. It's amazing how a band could have so many awesome songwriters in one band. It's wild.
It is remarkable. It is remarkable. But I love this song.
Yeah, this is a cool one. And so this, from my research, this was featured in the pilot of Supernatural.
but mostly remembered for season 4,
Okay.
episode 3, when Dean goes back in time and sees his mother and father and Mace's grandfather, like back then. So yeah, that was a big episode that filled in a lot of cracks at why it even started,
Right.
like why these brothers had to go down this path and fight what they had to fight. So
Interesting.
significant moment in
yeah.
supernatural history.
And supernatural history, folks. There you go. But yeah, this song was written actually by Allman Brothers guitar player Dickie Betts, who actually used to have a
Love that
signed
name.
I used to have a signed guitar by Dickie Betts. He wrote this song.
Nice.
Yep, I used to have my old PV black guitar signed by Dickie Betts. He wrote the song taking the title from the 1951 Hank Williams song Ramblin' Man. Betts also sang lead on the track, which he described as mostly autobiographical, telling the story of a guy whose travels take him to many places and who takes the life as it comes. He said, "When I was a kid, my dad was in construction and used to move the family back and forth between Central Florida, East and West Coasts. He said in the book, Anatomy of a Song, I'd go to one school for a year and then another and the next. I had 2 sets of friends and spent a lot of time in a backseat of a Greyhound bus. Ramblin' was in my blood," is what he said. And this comes from songfacts.com. Of course, this song also off of the amazing Brothers and Sisters record. I love Brothers and Sisters. I know I love Eat a Peach, but I most often go to the Brothers and Sisters record, one of my favorite. Released in 1973, the year before I was born. This charted number 2 in the United States. So
Good song.
let's hear a little bit of that Ramblin' Man
Let's do it.
for those, here we go. I
And
always
this
think
is-
about the Freedom Rock commercial. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Now the volume's
Rock?
down real low on this.
No.
I don't think we can hear it. Well, there we go. There we go.
When it's time for leaving, I hope you'll understand that I was born a rambling man.
This is like the Freedom Rock. Is that Freedom Rock? We'll turn it up.
Down in Georgia, and he wound up on the wrong end of
Just get you moving.
It's great.
and I was born in the backseat of a Greyhound bus, rolling down Highway 41.
I can go on
So
forever.
good.
Lord, I was born a rambling man, trying to make a living and do it.
So freaking good. So
I
freaking
was
good, man.
born
Oh my
a
God.
rambling man at heart.
Yeah.
Yet I stay in one place.
Yeah. It's great. It's great. This song is great. It's an excellent song. Could I listen to it forever? I don't know. I think I could actually. Now that I think about it. I mean, I love this record. The Ramblin' Man itself, I've heard it so many times in life, a little overplayed. I mean, but still
Fair.
a great song. Still a really, really good song. And I love Brothers and Sisters records. So, I'm going to give it a 4.9. 4.9 records. It's really close.
Are you serious?
I'm just a little on the fence. Could it be an Eternity song?
Chris Baglio.
4.9 records. I'm telling you, man, I love the Allmans. I know people are like, oh, I love the Allman Brothers. I grew up on the Allman Brothers. I love the Allman
Telling
Brothers.
you, Chris, this has
They're
got
great.
to be your sign to watch Supernatural. You will love.
Yeah,
and
I think I'm
feel
gonna have
it.
to. I think I gotta dig into this
It's
show, man.
full of this type of
Yeah,
music.
it's
You're
time.
just
It's
gonna
time.
love.
It's time.
It is now time.
It is now time. See, and then I'll watch it, and then Amanda and I can start a Supernatural podcast.
Oh my gosh, is this really happening?
It might be.
Chris, I don't know if you have time to add another thing to your plate, but I would entertain that.
So Dave saying 3.5, not my favorite Allman, not my
You know
favorite
what?
Allman. Hey, but 3.5 still
3.5
good.
is still good. It's above average. I'll
A
take
4
that.
for Ian. From Ian.
Thank
He
you,
gets 4
Ian.
records. Let us know what you guys think on a scale of 1 to 5 records. How would you rate Ramblin' Man by the Allman Brothers? All right, my next song to you, Miss Amanda Sharp.
I'm gonna do this one with love and care because I know Chris loves him his Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And
So
what song
very
are we talking about? Wild Horses by the Sundays.
Oh.
And you know this scene is forever in your heart too.
Forever. Forever.
What scene are we talking about? Well, Chris, I'll let you have the moment of setting up
Well,
the stage for this particular episode.
For those of you that never watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, well, none of you will care. But for those of you that have, you guys all know, all you Buffy fans out there know that this is from the Buffy prom episode.
Buffy prom.
Where, Buffy's, everything, she's getting older, she's getting ready to graduate, and of course, her and Angel, share that kiss, almost that last kiss kind of a thing, at that point. And it's just extremely romantic, very heavy emotional, and freaking Wild Horses is, oh my God, it's gut wrenching. It is excellent.
So,
one of the most memorable Buffy episodes, though, when you go season 3, the Buffy prom episode, awesome.
When I was doing my research and watching the videos of this, because again, I wanted to pair the song with a particular scene, and the comments on any video about this is, I'm bawling. How am
yeah.
Take me back 30 years. And they're just crying, and they're just reliving this moment that they saw live, because again, this was a live, even though it was pre-recorded. I mean, everyone watched it live for the first time together.
We used to have Buffy, Buffy screening parties at the house. We'd all get together. It's Buffy night, and we'd all get together, like whoever was around, and watch these episodes. Like it was that, like for real. Like we were all Buffy nerds, and like
I love that.
Watching these, like, and hanging on everything, and that real the Buffy and Angel relationship. Oh, absolutely outstanding.
Complicated, right? But beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to admit, I never watched the entire series, but I watched my fair share of this show, and your sister coming in with such an amazing Buffy episode, a perfect song.
Yeah, the Buffy prom episode.
Have your girls watched this at all?
They have. I don't think they've watched it all the way through, but they have watched episodes before, and they're kind of into it, but not like how me and my wife were into it. But
sure. And when I was rewatching, besides some of the clothing choices, I feel like the characters still stand though a little bit. But I think it's because even when I see like Sarah Michelle Gellar, like I look at her and I'm like, I know she's aged, but she still looks the same to me.
She looks good.
She's still Buffy.
No, she's still Buffy. And of course, Joss Whedon, who made the show, created the show. Everybody remembers the movie with Christy Swanson and all that.
Yes!
And then it became the series.
So good.
And this was such a series that really almost didn't even make it. And then it just really took off and developed that Joss Whedon style of like the fast quips and the humor mixed in with like the fantastic. Like, of course, any Firefly fans out there, you guys know what Firefly, one of the best shows that was totally taken away from us before. It was way before its time. Great show. Urge you, go watch Firefly. It's the freaking best. Of course, Joss Whedon's like canceled right now, and it sounds like with a lot of just cause. Sounds like you just hear all these stories, but this work between Buffy and awesome, and I love Buffy. Great show, great series, and also great soundtrack. They did the Buffy the Vampire Slayer soundtrack. All these excellent songs in there, including this one. Yeah, there's no shiny, stay shiny, Chris. There's no shiny vampires in Buffy, though. The vampires in Buffy, Dave, were. I mean, you watched Buffy. You know they weren't shiny.
So, question: this was originally a Rolling Stones song?
Yes, this is a Rolling Stones song off of Sticky Fingers, one of my favorite Rolling Stones records of all time. And I love the Sundays, man. Oh God, I wish they would come back.
So, what version do you like best?
Or
are you really hooked on this one because of the
I like both versions. Actually, I love both versions. I can listen to both versions, but I love this version because I do think of the Buffy prom scene. It's great. But I love both versions of Wild Horses. I really do. I think it's such a cool, beautiful song. And the Stones version has got its own charm to itself. And this song, like, this is the perfect TV show song, like made for TV. It's awesome.
For sure, sure. So let's play a little bit of Wild Horses.
Wild Horse. I love the Sundays, guys. If you've never listened to the Sundays, please, you are totally not doing yourself a favor. Like, you got to listen to the Sundays. The Sundays are a band that everybody should be listening to. I need more Sundays in my life right now. I need more Sundays music immediately. God, they're so good. Like, they almost made it like shoegazy. Like, it's great.
It's extremely shoegazy.
So see the Buffy prom. That's all I see.
bought them for you. Graceless lady.
If we had more time, we'd be watching these scenes.
Especially this one.
Especially this one.
Here it comes, folks.
That's right. It's my emo side. So freaking good. Oh my god. So good. I'm gonna rewatch all Buffy.
What is it streaming on these days?
I'm not sure. It might be on.
I'm sure it's on
It
something.
might be on Hulu actually now.
Okay.
Or Peacock.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Oh, actually, it might be Paramount. I thought maybe I saw it on Paramount Plus actually now.
And listen, we have a lot of younger listeners.
Mhm.
Our data says that. I really do believe these younger listeners should give it a shot. I think
Oh
you
my
guys
God,
will
yeah.
like Buffy.
Yeah. And they're going to be doing a reboot of it. It's coming. It's been announced a bunch of times over, but is officially coming. And Sarah Michelle Gellar is involved, and she's going to be in it.
Ooh.
She will be Buffy, and I'm not sure. I did follow the show afterwards in the comics because they did a season 8,
Sure.
which was in the comics, and they sort of continued on the storyline a bit and all that. I don't know where they're going to take it from, but she is putting it together and doing this. Yeah, thank you, Dave. Buffy is streaming on Hulu. Buffy.
Very good. Very, very good.
Yeah, Ian saying I was surprised by the B-side. The B-side of this was good. Oh, this was the B-side to Goodbye. Should have been the other way around. I agree. Should have been the other way around, but whatever. It is what it is. So I know what I would rate this song.
Oh, I'm sure.
But Amanda, how are you rating?
I think it was important that I pair each of these songs with the scene in which they are, because I think that is important to my rating as opposed to just the standalone song. And I think for the art and placement of the song with that scene, it was beautiful. It was well thought out. It was a really nice pace for the scene. So I'm going to give it 4 records for that reason. I think
For that reason only.
Yes. It's a little slow for me. Like as a song itself. You know what I mean? Like it's obviously a slow.
Weird. That's weird coming from you.
I know.
What?
I know.
It's slow for me. I'm like,
It's a little slow.
says the
for
person who
me.
listens to the Carpenters.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I listened to them in the store, and one of my friends, Corey, was there. She's like, I don't know how much more Carpenters I can listen to.
I don't know how many more
It's
Carpenters.
too slow, Amanda. Like, oh, yep, I understand.
I got you. Yeah. All right, no, 4 records is good. I like that.
4
I'll
records.
take that. Okay, cool. All right, so your very last song to me from the show Supernatural is Van Morrison's song, which I don't know if a lot of people know this song.
It's not one of his popular.
It's more of a. I'm not going to say it's a deep cut. It just isn't like. It's not like all
of
the standard Van Morrison greatest hits
uber
songs.
popular ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. By the way, Dave coming in with a 3.8 for Wild
Thank you,
Horses
Dave.
for him.
Thank you,
there
Dave.
go. Thank you, Dave. And you guys let us know how would you rate that too. So. Yeah, it is but it's a cool song, and I will say this is one that I will say I haven't got. I knew this song, but it's not a go-to Van Morrison song. But re-listening to this again because I hadn't heard it for a while was pretty good. It's a good listen. And listen, I love Van Morrison's voice. I could listen to him sing pretty much anything all the time. So I think he's just such a great talent. And I
don't think we said the title of this one, and we're talking about Ordinary Life.
Sorry, yes.
By
Thank
Van
you.
Morrison.
Thank you.
Ordinary Life. And in this particular, it's in the season 15.
Yes, the
episode
last
20.
episode, the finale.
Yes, when spoiler-ish alert, they have a ordinary life temporarily, and it just kind of was nice to see them being able to do some ordinary things for a minute.
Yes, so this apparently, according to your Supernatural wiki, is playing over Sam and Dean starting their day. Yeah, that's the only line I got there.
Starting their day, and that's 100% true.
Yeah. but I think this is a cool tune, man. I mean, I like this. I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory what the song's about. And all that. But, let me play some of
Ordinary
this because
Life.
I think it's a great Van Morrison song.
Yep.
Definitely his bluesier ones.
Sinking fast, hold tight. Just remember ordinary life. Oh, trouble, that it's worth.
And voices.
Know it
Whoa,
when you see the
classic.
sign. Nothing feels right, step out of line. Just remember ordinary mind. Nagging wife.
So yeah, definitely more of his like bluesier kind of stuff there, you know. But I think a lot of people forget Van Morrison's roots very steeped in the blues and R&B, especially early on, you know. And then he kind of moved more into that like sort of rock kind of, or whatever you want to call it, classic rock. I don't even know what you would call, but always
That Van Morrison style.
But I love how, you know, he's been able to come back to different things. Guy is great. I mean, have you ever watched the band Last Waltz and Van Morrison comes out and sings with them and he's doing all the blues numbers and stuff? It's so good. It's so good. It's great. Yeah. So if you got band Last Waltz, legendary concert film, must watch it. But like, guys, it's just like a who's who of everybody comes out on stage and sings with the band, and Van Morrison comes out and just rips it up. It's excellent. But anyway, so Van Morrison, Ordinary Life. Like this song. I like it. It's not one of my favorite go-to Van Morrison songs, but still really good. I'm kind of middle of the road on this one now, but I would probably give this one, I'm going to feel like a 3.5 for this Van Morrison song.
I received that.
Very good song. Now I didn't watch where this came from in the episode because I know it's in the finale and all that, but when I get there, when I watch it, I'm going to keep it in mind. And maybe this will change a little bit.
And this is a scene that if you didn't watch the whole show, like it wouldn't feel as special having this song with what they're doing so ordinarily. Like, so it'll feel more rich to you as you watch the episodes. But Dave Madeline coming in with 4.0 for Van. Thank you, sir. All good ratings.
And with a 3.8. Good ratings.
Nice.
These are all really good.
Everyone's
excellent. Very
enjoying
good.
these
So
songs.
guys, let us know how you would rate Van Morrison, Ordinary Life. Would love to hear from you about that. But yeah, I think it's a good tune. It's solid. I mean, I'll probably go up a bit, but definitely a Van Morrison song that's not in my, I would say it's not my top 20 Van Morrison songs, but it's not too far behind.
I like that. I received that. It's hard when he has so many songs. It's hard to have it be up there. You know what I mean?
Great catalog.
He really does. Okay. Your final song to me, Chris Baglio, is Never Let Me Down Again by Depeche Mode. Did I say that right?
Depeche Mode.
Depeche. I think I did this last time we did a song about them. I read what I see.
Depeche Mode. You are from the 80s.
No, but you know what? I didn't read in the 80s either.
Depeche Mode. Well, there's Depeche Mode, and then there's the knockoff band Depeche Mode. They were in competition. They were in big competition for each other, but ultimately Depeche Mode went out, and Depeche Mode turned into some other band. I don't know. They play covers in like northern Europe now.
Makes sense for a knockoff band. All right, so this is from 1987. This plays at the end of the first pilot episode for the show Last of Us.
Yes.
And the scene is very quick, but very like kind of haunting a little bit, where it's just zooming into a bedroom and a radio, like a clock radio type of thing turns on. And this song starts playing, but it's very dark and it kind of like veers in towards the glow of the radio and it kind of wraps up the scene. There's not much more to it.
No, it's not much to it. I mean, it comes back and it's explained a few episodes, like what that's for. And ultimately you do learn that there's a code that the you know, if you watch the show, play the game, there's a code that they play 80s music to each other too, and different songs mean different things as a way to communicate with each other, so that way they don't get picked up by the other, you know, by the government or whatever it is. So so different songs mean different things, like because of the era and all that stuff. But and so it ends because they find this radio, they're not sure, and then it's being communicated. So this song actually means like something, like you find out, but it's a great song. It's a great Depeche Mode song, and when they dropped this on the show, I was like, whoa, this is a great Depeche Mode song that like isn't really like in this, like when you always think of Depeche Mode, this isn't on it, but like it's a great song, and so it was cool that they kind of picked like a kind of a deep cut, you know, like a little, not super deep, but like not, you know, not in the top 10 Depeche Mode songs, you know.
And similar to Kate Bush's Running Up the Hill, this had a similar outcome. This started getting streamed a ton after this episode.
It got was unreal.
And I think it was in 2023. So the surge of downloads off of Spotify just increased tremendously. So how exciting anytime.
We actually did a video on this on our Instagram, and on our YouTube channel. So there's a video, there's a short, it talks about it. So
I love it.
Go find it.
And there's not a whole lot of like concrete what this song actually means. There's a lot of speculation that it could be possibly about drugs, possibly about a venture, possibly about some other stuff. So I don't know that there's concrete what this song is, but it's a good song.
Yeah, I know it's a really good song. I mean, I mean, listen, it's Depeche Mode, right? I love Depeche Mode. I think they're just awesome. And I mean, they just like laid the groundwork for so many of the bands. Like when you hear like 9 Inch Nails and like so many of the other like industrial, post-industrial bands that would come, like they're a band that was like, you know, new wave and then dark, and they kind of cultivated the dark wave sound, and then just they laid the groundwork. Like I always think about, and even though they're two completely different bands, The Cure and Depeche Mode, like laid the foundation, which all these other bands, which is great, all influenced and took to like even like bands like Manson, for crying out loud, like, you know, The Cure and Depeche Mode. Like it's like if you go on a steady diet of that, you're gonna get like 9 Inch Nails. Like that's what happens, you know.
And speaking of New Wave Dave coming in before we even sample this at a 5.0. So let's give the audience a little bit of a taste of Never Let Me Down Again.
Yeah.
Just visualize kind of this eerie feeling of like this light glow of a radio. It is zooming in, and I think you'll just kind of get formed into that or pulled into that.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's really good. Oh, start it over. You want to get so good. This song was actually released, you know, for those of you that don't know, it was released on Depeche Mode's 6th record. It was the 2nd single, released in 1987 on the Music for the Masses record. That's right, Music for the Masses record. It was the 2nd single, went to number 2 in West Germany, reached number 22 in the UK, and did chart in the US and entered the Billboard Hot 100. So,
boom.
2nd single off of great record too, by the way. Music for the Masses. Awesome record. It's a really great record.
And remind me, what is this streaming on? This Is Us or Last of Us?
That's on HBO Max or Max or whatever.
HBO.
Yeah. And the second season just started. Like literally last week was for those of you, if you're keeping up in real time, it debuted, the season premiere debuted last week, and then yesterday was episode 2, which I haven't watched yet. So
so no spoilers,
yeah.
But I'm gonna have to watch this. I like to binge though when I can, so I'm gonna wait a little bit, and then we can binge season 1 and season 2.
Season 1, man, is great. I mean, I wasn't a hardcore Last of Us player. Like I didn't play the game religiously. I played it. It's cool, but like I wasn't. I just don't have a lot of time to play video games as much as I want to. But great first season. Second seasons, we'll see. We'll see. It's been one. I've only seen one episode so far. So
Okay.
yeah.
So so fours are coming in for this particular song.
Oh, sorry. We're both hitting buttons at the same time here.
Sorry. So Ian's coming in and saying, but still good. He's giving it a 4.
Prefers the earlier stuff. Yeah.
Yep. And then Dave 5.0, New Wave Dave coming in
New
at
Wave
5.0.
Dave. Yeah.
So I'm with Ian. I enjoy this. I'm putting this as a 4 record, which I think is good. I think it was so nicely paired with that scene.
Yeah.
Really nicely paired. I don't know what a better song would have been. So I think they did a great job. So listen, we had some good scores all around this particular episode. Only one score under 4 records. That's a pretty phenomenal.
It's a pretty solid show. Pretty solid show. But the thing is, with a show like this, with a theme like this, I think we're gonna hit it at a park a lot of times. I don't think we're really gonna pick any songs that suck. Well, I don't think we're picking any skippers here.
That's true, because that means that if it's in the show, why would someone put a song that is really crappy in a show?
Yeah, I know. And there's so many great shows. Like I watch Yellow Jackets. We just finished that show, and man, their soundtrack's great. It's a lot of '90s post grunge kind of. It's awesome. Great soundtrack, and they do a phenomenal job putting all kinds of music in that one. There's so many awesome shows. Like I know like people who watch Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy's been on forever. Soundtrack songs up the wazoo with that one. Like there's so many of these long running shows, man. And then like even My So-Called Life, which was a show I used to watch back in the 90s. Great
Forgot about that
on
one.
That. So great. So anyway, I mean, and we'd love to hear from you guys. Let us know what songs would have made your list for this. I'm sure this won't be the last time we're going to do this show, because I know a lot of people like when we talk about film songs and TV songs and all that. So I know we're probably going to be doing a Stranger Things one again at some point very soon, because that's
whenever they decide to release the next season. I'm anxiously waiting. But and what TV show soundtrack, not just songs in particular, but like who has the best soundtrack?
Right.
Of
Who
all
has
the
the
shows.
best soundtrack?
Put them in the comments.
We'd love to hear from you guys. So let us know. And, maybe we'll break it down. Maybe we'll pick a show and go, hey, what are the songs that we like from that? Yeah.
Woo, we love that.
That would be a good one. Let us know what show we should cover. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, this has been a lot of fun today. Thank you all so much for joining us. Please make sure, once again, that you hit that subscribe button, because that little action means a lot to us. It doesn't take you a lot of time, but for us, it means the world and really helps us build the show and grow the show. So hit that subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube, and hit the little bell as well. And if you are listening on any of podcast platforms that you love, hit that follow button as well, because it also does the same thing. It helps us grow the show. Amanda Sharp, any final words?
This was fun. Thank you all for tuning in, leaving some comments, giving us your scores. It makes it such a fun show when that happens.
Absolutely. And guys, if you're listening on Radio Garden State, keep it tuned to Radio Garden State. And if you're watching anywhere else, well, tune over to RadioGardenState.com. Lots of great music, lots of great shows all day long, 24/7. And we always thank Radio Garden State for carrying this show. So make sure you head over there, support, listen, do all the same things, follow, all the same stuff. So, all right, guys, until next time, we will see ya. I want to play out with that Depeche Mode song or something like that.
Do it! Go for it!
All right, guys.
See you next week.
We'll see you next week.